But what do y'all think about this story? Now let me show y'all this story, Miss Sislo. I don't know if you heard about it, but this really kind of like I don't understand what people who hurt their own children. I can't
Oh,
stand it.
to piss me off now.
It's one thing for somebody who is a stranger to a child to hurt them, but when it's your own children, I can't stand it, honey. But this guy right here, he's under investigation after
Mm-mm.
toddler found after his toddler is found with part of a skull missing.
Mm-mm.
And it says an ongoing investigation is being conducted by the Midtownship Police Department following the death of a 2-year-old child in Middletown, New Jersey. On Wednesday evening, police officers were dispatched to the Racquet Club apartments following a 911 call saying a child had fallen with his skull cracked open. According to Crime Watch, the officers arrived to find a 27-year-old man named Jorddan Thornton holding a little boy with a bloody head wound. Thornton was later confirmed to be the child's father. According to the police affidavit, Thornton told the police that he and his son had been watching television together, but at some point he fell asleep. He claimed the son had been jumping on the bed and he may have hit his head on the headboard. That's what that's what the father is claiming. Thornton also admitted that there were guns in the home, but out of the children's reach. The child was transported to St. Mary's Medical Hospital, and they confirmed that the child's injury was consistent with a gunshot wound. Now, this fool done told the police that him and his son was playing around, and the child was jumping in the bed, and he said he fell asleep and thinks that the son must have hurt his head from jumping on the bed by the headboard. And then when they examined the child, they said it was consistent. The wounds was consistent with a gunshot wound. And the father did say there were guns in the home, but out of the child's reach. And they said the officer who came out has a military background. And when he observed the wounds, he also said the officer said it looked like a gunshot wound. So not only the examiner, but the officer at the scene said it looks like a gunshot wound as well. So Thornton was arrested and charged with endangering welfare of a child, and he's being held on $500,000 bond. But yeah, this man right here,
What the
he,
fuck?
he done told that his child hurt his head. He broke his skull. His skull got cracked because he was bouncing up and down on the bed. And then they find what looks like to be a gunshot wound. So you done shot your 2-year-old in the head?
That dude look like a whale from the sea or something.
I just can't.
Yeah, he look like he
I'm
a fucking child
I'm
pedophile.
can't. You can't.
Yeah, I would have to cut them dreads out his head, beat his ass with them.
He had a part of his skull was
Be
missing.
all right.
And
That
he tried to say it was from jumping up and down on the bed. Like I ain't never seen no child be missing a piece of his head from getting hit on the head by the headboard, bouncing around on the bed.
They be having these stories made up already. That's they gotta save face. You know what I'm saying? But they intentionally do that shit to kids because he don't want them. Instead of just turning them into the system, oh, I can't afford to take care of them. They kill them. You know what I'm saying?
Or even going to the mother and say, if they really don't want to have shit to do with their kid, you can always sign over your rights.
And see, that's fucked up. I never do no shit like that.
I mean,
I never do no shit
most
like
men
that.
wouldn't, but if you ain't gonna take care of your child, you don't want the child there. You thinking about killing the child. Just sign your rights away and go on about your life.
Yeah, I couldn't do no shit like that. That should have fucked with me too much. I mean, just knowing then they gotta grow up with that shit. Like, I couldn't even do it.
And I would never do it either if I'm a parent. I would never do it to any child, that I done brought into this world. But there are a lot of parents out there, women and men, who don't have nothing to do with their child and put them in the system. They done left them, abandoned them. They on drugs. I would rather for them to
Uh,
just sign the child away and give the child to somebody else who can take care of them. Because in the
but
end,
that
it's still gonna look bad when the child grow up, whether you was there or you didn't sign papers or did sign papers. You
they
ain't
gonna
there, you
figure
ain't
it
there.
out. They gonna figure it out, and they gonna you gonna have to answer to that shit. Your karma gonna come one way or the other.
You gotta answer
So
to that
you,
kid, answer to God why you didn't take care of your seed.
I couldn't even do it. That's why, like, yeah, I mean, that should have fucked with me too bad. And then for him doing that, like, if I was the girl, brother, whoever that was, I probably would have killed him, like, off rip.
Thank you. On everything, on everything. I'm like, God
Yeah.
knows. God just didn't put me in certain situations because I'd be like, man, I would have murked that fool. Man, anybody mess with my babies, my boys,
And,
girls,
it,
kids, it don't
and you know,
matter.
I be trying to tell my sisters that shit all. I got three sisters. I'm the oldest, but they be fucking with these dudes. Like one of her, I think one of my youngest sisters, she like 27. Her ex from when ran off on to Ohio with some fat lady. I don't know who she was, and left her at the house with three kids. And you know what I'm saying.
Did he said fat lady?
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I like these women. You know what I'm
Don't be
saying.
talking about
But the
the
thing.
Chebelicious. Don't be talking about the
But
Chebelicious
no,
girls.
this lady was. You ever seen the movie Precious? I mean, she was big as hell. Y'all size is thick, but there's a difference between being thick, big, and beautiful, and fat. You know what I'm saying? When you just let yourself go completely and don't give a fuck, like you know, you just don't care. You know, your body, you got rolls everywhere. You got body odor. Like that's the kind of level she
Don't be
on.
talking
But
about the big girl.
nah, y'all. I don't like skinny chicks. I can't deal with a chick that's too little because I mean I'll break her in half. Like it's
What
just
Monique say? Them skinny bitches need to eat.
so yeah. Yeah, they do though. I mean all of them don't look bad like Queen Latifah. Like I don't know why the hell she a lesbian, but I feel like she should have been more into men because she don't look bad, you
Think
know.
she's so pretty, but I had a feeling she was gay way back.
Yeah, she got tomboy tendencies like a
Way
motherfucker,
back. Yep. Her
you
tomboy
know.
tendencies was just more than tendencies. I used to be a tomboy, but I never
Yeah.
liked women.